Hello and welcome to Gordita on a Mission. I keep wanting to say chingona because I am a chingona and a gordita, and so I was split between the two words for the podcast, as I think I described in the last thing. I was flipping between the two of them, and I didn't know which one that I really wanted. But I'm so used to saying chingona that I want to say chingona, but this podcast is called Gordita because we are focusing on health, and I will always be a gordita. Even when I am thinner, I will always be a gordita. You know why? Because that's where my brain is, and that's what society has taught me. What I, how weight and the way that we look is a big thing in society, and the pressures of men. So this is what was going on in my head when this topic came up. I have struggled with my weight my whole entire life. My whole life. I'm gonna be completely honest because I'm an emotional eater. When I was a kid, I would eat and eat and eat till when I puked. Um, and then I asked my mother about that. I'm like, well, it was also parties and stuff like that. And so we would be at parties, and I would be fucking just chowing down on food, like eating a lot, eating candy. Like Easter, I was always so sick on Easter because of fucking eating so much candies at the parties. Um, but So in the shower today, because I was thinking about this podcast, this article that was talking about Amy Schumer because she recently was on Jimmy Fallon, and her face was heavier looking than her usual face, and everybody was talking mad shit saying how she looked. They're talking about the way that she looked, and so when you really think about it, she came out saying that she has endometriosis or something. I don't really recall. I should have checked. And I was going to do this podcast while I was sitting at home, but I'm driving. So, it's on the go podcast per like usual with what I'm accomplishing. So anyways, so she said that it was having to do with, women issues like perimenopause, menopause, like something. It was something I don't remember right this second because I am driving and I'm being safe. And I have a headset on and I'm doing my safe driving podcast. So she was like, women's bodies. You guys always talk about women's bodies. I have this is what's going on. And she shouldn't have to explain herself. But then there was also people in the comments saying, well, she talks shit about people and da 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 da. And like, honestly, I don't remember her ever using her stand up to talk smack about people. But this is what some of the commenters were saying. And so it's true. We have always, so that, like, I was thinking about that while showering, and I was like, when did we start getting obsessed with weight? I watched TV shows and movies from back in the day, and they never said anything about women's weight or anything like that. Like, when I really think about it, like the 60s. So, and before, because as you might know, I have older parents. My dad passed away in October, and that's going to be something that's going to be discussed about on here because it's all about mental health. And he was 85 years old when he passed. And my mom is turning 79 this year. So I've had older parents and older brothers and sisters, so I have watched older things. I am a Gen Xer at the very last end of the 2 years, and they want to call us Zennials, but I understand why, but I do not. I don't want to be called a Zennial. But yeah, so from my memory, it was like, because I was born in 79, so of course I wasn't alive in the 70s. And then I think about the 70s, I was like, did they talk shit about somebody with their weight? First person that came in my head was Mama Cass. All the jokes that they made about Mama Cass, about her dying, eating a sandwich and died in her fucking bed eating a sandwich, all about her weight. And like, yes, okay, behind the scenes there was like a weight thing going on because I believe there was a movie coming out about her weight or her life, and they were talking about her weight and stuff like that. So then, so somewhat the 60s then started this whole thing. 70s, 80s, that's when 70s and 80s when people got obsessed with their bodies and got obsessed with how they looked and how they presented themselves. And men would say the most horrible things to women during interviews, asking women if their tits were real. Like, they would be fucking horrible during these interviews. And talk about weight and talk about all these things. And it's just like, when did we give the permission for these men to fucking talk about our bodies? When did we give the permission for women? Because there's some fucking Karen bitch assholes out there that do the same thing. I have had issues with my weight my whole life because of my emotional eating and like um, not being taken, I would not that I wasn't taking care of it. I just wasn't, checked for all seconds. Oh my god. Oh my god. Sorry. I have a rental. That just fucking was loud. Um, so as a person who has struggled with weight their whole life, and in my Facebook memories, it's always a constant struggle of, I am starting a new weight loss thing. I have lost this much. I've gained this much. Like, my whole life, that's what it's always been about, was trying to fucking fit the fucking image for certain people. So I stopped doing that because now I'm just like, all I care about is my health, myself, and how I feel about myself and the way that I look. I saw a picture of myself from 8 years ago, 10 years ago, when I lost all of this weight because I wasn't eating. I was starving myself. And like, I used to make jokes and shit, but it was the fucking truth. I would say things like, oh, all I need is a big breakup, or get a tapeworm, or get really sick so I can lose all this weight. So these things have always been such a fucking issue my whole life. And a lot of people think this way because even my friends, my homies feel that same way too, where they're like, all I need to do is just get sick and then I'll be able to lose the weight. A good tapeworm would fucking take this out, shit like that. Yeah, we're Gen X and we talk fucking stupid like that. But it's also the fact that, why must we fucking do this to ourselves? And oh my god, I don't even know. I don't even know, man. I'm on a rant and I don't want to have to fucking, there's no, I'm picking up my stuff from this place. I'm just gonna fucking park right here. I'm sick of this shit. It doesn't even matter. Oh my god. So I'm on a good tangent here, so I don't want to fucking stop the tangent. But I'm gonna have to. All right. I should have paused it before I pulled into this place because it is super busy and I'm already done. Like, okay, so quick interlude. I started doing auctions. We have this auction place and it's like Amazon stuff. And like Amazon returns and stuff like that. So I started doing this auction and I've been getting stuff to help the house. Because for some people that don't know, I live with my mother. My father passed away. I already said that. And we, like, certain things that we need. Let's be serious. Shit's expensive. And shit's expensive and people return stuff from Amazon that are like brand new that they don't want. Sometimes it's used, sometimes it's not. So I've been doing an auction and getting stuff for the house. Like, I got an easel for myself, and you can go to my OG_TR Beltran to see the easel that I bought. It is a almost $200 easel, and I got it for $4. Altogether, probably like $5 or $6. But it's a like almost $200 easel, and that's what I got. And I'm excited because I'm going to be painting. And then I also got a hammock today. And I'm going to be putting that together and just fucking chilling in the backyard and relaxing. So all of the stuff that I'm buying is like stuff that I need for my self-care. I've been wanting a hammock for so long. And the stuff that I'm buying, I'm deleting them out of my Amazon cart as I buy them, when I buy them from somewhere else, like the auction, because it's way cheaper. Because I just bought a $60 hammock, and I think I got it for $32 or something like that. So it's pretty much half off. So I'm gonna eat. So that's where I'm heading now. So, speaking of eating, health. Going back into that tangent of like our bodies and all the people who have in interviews like with Britney Spears, they've asked about her body and like they ask about sex. Like there's certain boundaries that these fucking people in the 90s should have had. Oh my god, I just got super hungry. They should have had, and they didn't. They really did fuck up some bullshit right there by asking people, like a whole generation of people are all messed up because of the way that we are perceived, and the way that we're perceived are objects, and our bodies are talked about, and they should not be talked about. It's none of your business. Am I gonna just take? Okay, so this started off like really hard and fresh, right? And then I got distracted by that damn auction. I had to go pick up my stuff and return the thing because it was too big. All right, I'm hot. I need to turn the air up. So, whew, yeah. So it got me thinking, like, when did we start being so worried about our bodies? And for me, it's going to be from when I was a kid, honestly, because kids made fun of the way that I looked. They made fun of my weight. Like, fuck y'all. Uh, like, you don't forget getting bullied. Like, I have been bullied my whole life for the way that I've looked. Like, it's continuous. And why do people feel that they need to be bullying people? Like, honestly, I have been bullied my whole life for one thing or another. And I'm not being a victim here for those people who listen and they're assholes. I'm not being a victim. I'm just fucking stating my truth, my story. I was bullied my whole life about one thing or another, and the first thing that I ever was bullied about was my weight. And I have pictures of me standing next to one of the girls in my class, and like I was a bigger, chubby kid. I was a chubby kid, of course, because I was overeating. I know this now as an adult, and I was discussing this with somebody, and we were discussing about how, as adults, we need to stop blaming our parents and just take um, accountability for ourselves. And you know what? That's all I do. I, you know, I see people who cut off their parents and they're like, well, my mommy and daddy didn't do this for me. And I'm like, oh, poor you. Your parents are also brand new at this being a parent. There's no fucking set way of learning how to do things and how to raise a child. And there's studies, thankfully. I know I've talked about this before on my other podcast, Roosevelt Rebel. That's why we're separating these two. Roosevelt Rebel. If you want to listen to all things entertainment, go there. And here we are with Gordita on a Mission. We're discussing health. So we need to take accountability for ourselves and our weight. Yes, I was bullied as a child. Yes, horrible eating. And sometimes I bring it up to my mom and be like, yo, mom, you didn't fucking give us vegetables when we were little. Like that. Just kidding. And, I'm just like, we need healthier food in this house, because even she just had colon cancer and everything last year, over a year ago. She had surgery, and still she's not eating the way that she should because she doesn't care. She's like, but she does care, but she doesn't. I don't know how to explain it. She just doesn't want to deal with bullshit. She doesn't like the way they taste. I understand, but then like. So I get frustrated with her about that, and I'm like, we need to have vegetables. We need to eat. We need to do this. And then, I just fucking started going on my own tangent of eating my own foods away from her food, and like making my own food. And like, it's really hard, but it's like what I have to do to fucking keep my diabetes in check, and all that stuff. So we, as a society, need to say fuck you to men and women who fucking judge people's weight. Because I even find myself doing that as well. For example, Abbott Elementary, I was just watching that, and Tariq, the ex-boyfriend, was on this week's episode, and then I was like, he looks so fucking different. Why does he look so fucking different? He doesn't even look like him. So then I was just like on Facebook and on the Abbott Elementary page, and then they were like, "He's so fine. Look at him. He looks good in this scene." And I was like, "Why does he look so different? Why does he look more attractive than usual?" So then I looked at last season's pictures of Tariq, and he was thicker. He was thicker. So that's why people are finding him more attractive, because he's thinner. His face is thinner, and they have him in different clothes. Because last season they had him in frumpy outfits, and this season he was like, in this episode he was like in a nice fucking sweater, and he looked good. Like, honestly, he did look good. And it was because he wasn't in that frumpy clothes like they had him in last season. He was just all bad, like frumpy. He was just a frump. And so, like I said, like I even catch myself doing it. Like, what the fuck, you know? And it's because that's what we were taught and brought up. Like, so we just need to do better. I need to do better. I know I always need to do better. I fucking take accountability for myself with everything. And I'm like, oh, okay, I was a fucking asshole. Or, oh, okay, I did do this. You know, I always take accountability for my actions and for my thoughts and everything, because that's what you do as an adult and how you grow and how you be a better person. So I was just like, okay, so he's gained weight, or he's lost the weight, and he, you know, he looks good, and, you know, what have you. So that's why he looks different. I see a vehicle that looks like my vehicle. I'm in this fucking rental. Okay. So let me finish this tangent about weight and stuff. So yeah, that is what is up, you know? I just get so frustrated and angry, especially for women, because here we are with all our hormones that are fucking crazy. Like, I look at myself in the mirror, like, I'm going to be honest right now, I am going to be starting my period, and I can tell because my body is hurting. I ovulated. My back was out all last week. My hips are hurting. My knees are hurting because I think I also have bursitis, which is little pockets of, fluid that go around your joints. And I think that happens and is in connection with my, it's in connection with my, fibromyalgia and my PMDD. And it sucks. I'm going to tell you that. It sucks. Being a woman is the hardest thing ever, especially because we swell up. And I look at pictures of myself, and I look at myself, and I'm just like, hey, don't worry about this picture. Look at me, my PMDD, I'm all swollen. Like, why do I need a fucking excuse the way that I look to people? Why do I have to express that? Because, for fuck's sake, that's what we were fucking told and taught. It is so frustrating. It is so frustrating that we fucking have to make excuses, or feel like we have to make excuses for the way that we look, so that people don't judge us. Fuck y'all for judging us. My weight fluctuates. I am fibromyalgia, PMDD, and all these other things, and my weight just goes up and down, up and down. And it sucks. It sucks. It totally sucks. I don't even know where I'm going to eat right now. I had one, idea in my head of where I wanted to go eat. But then I thought about the parking situation and this vehicle, going back to where I was going. This vehicle that I have as a rental, it is gigantic. It is a Chrysler Voyager. And I feel so lonely in here because it's so big. I'm just used to my little tiny fucking Ford Maverick, my little truck. And it's nice, and, you know, there's not that much space in there. But this fucking van is a 3-seater, and it's just so much. So much, so much. I wish I knew what I wanted to eat. So, it's just a huge van. So I was just like, okay, I can't go eat this at this place because you have to pay for parking now there. And now there's meters. And I'm talking about downtown. Fuck you, downtown, for fucking paying everything. Everything has become a pay to park. And it's irritating. Irritating as fuck. I'm going to tell you that. It is so irritating. Because I just want to go eat at my place that I've been going to for 10, 15 years. And now I can't, because now you're making me pay money. Like, this parking place is like $25 for the day. I'm only going to be there for an hour or two. And they do check. The owner of the parking lot goes and checks and fucking tows people. So it's either that or try to get a meter. And then you overfeed the meter. It's just too much. It's just too much. But then, I put in my head, okay, I'm overfeeding the meter, but I'm also giving somebody who parks after me, you know, a free spot to do shit, you know? So anyway, so now I'm on fucking Central and Buckeye, and I don't know where I'm going to eat. And I think that they're building the light rail, or they're doing something. They're putting some wires here. But anyways, so now I'm downtown and like I don't know what to eat. So that's the whole thing. It is Lent, so today my um, family is not going to be eating meat because they're devout Catholics and they follow the rules. And I'm not a devout Catholic. I am me, and I believe in what I believe in. So I will eat that chicken or hamburger or whatever the fuck on the day of the Lord because I can. And I don't think that we shouldn't be eating. I think that's so fucking weird. It's not. We're not going to get in this. Would that be an entertainment thing? Would that be an entertainment thing or a health thing of the saying that you're not going to eat meat on a fucking Friday or Wednesday because the church said so? Anyhow, so I'm on my way for food, and like as I said, the parking is stupid ridiculous downtown now because it's ASU fucking ruined everything, but also fixed things. Gentrification. But I need to figure out what I'm going to eat. So, like, this past 2 weeks have been fucked because, as you know, last week I had COVID. So I didn't really eat much, and what I ate was very little and, like, what have you. So now this week I'm going to be starting my period. And so I don't know if any of you women out there that have the issue where when you're going to start your period or you have your monthly, you're just not hungry. So my PMDD consists of not wanting to eat. So I have to force myself to eat. Oh my God, I am so far down fucking town. I need to get out of here. I'm on 7th Street. I don't even know where I'm going. I'm just going to turn left here. Um, Anyhow. Oh, there's an accident or something. Anyhow, so I am. Oh, Nirvana Cannabis. So I am. Uh, Sorry, I just saw a Waymo car. I don't know if you know what a Waymo is. A Waymo is a car that is driven by nobody. It's all computerized. And I just saw one right now, and it was like emergency lights were flashing. It was trying to get past another vehicle that was being an asshole, trying to get into the turn lane. And so the Waymo was like, I don't know. There was a crash the other day with a Waymo car too. So like, it's creepy. The first time my godson saw it, he was like, "That's spooky," and he was freaking the shit out because of that. Seeing like a driverless car, and like I would understand what a culture shock it is at first when you see one if you don't live in a big city. And my best friend Shauna, she just moved here from a small city, and she saw the Waymo car driving for the first time, and she was like freaking out. And she still like talks about it because when she does see it, she just freaks the fuck out because yeah, it is creepy. I don't like a lot of this technology stuff that's happening, but you know, whatever. So anyway, I'm on my way to try to find food. Men should not have any. Women, nobody talk shit about anybody's bodies. Fuck y'all. It's none of your business. Kelly Clarkson just lost all that weight. And everybody was like, how did she do it? How did she do it? Ozempic. Do. Everybody was like talking all this stuff. And they're talking about Mindy Kaling and everybody having Ozempic parties. I don't even know if this is true or real, but this is what people say. I'm just doing a whole fucking square on the universe. I'm hungry. I don't know where to go. I don't want to spend a shit ton of money because I'm already spending money. And then you have to pay for parking. See, these are the things that go through my head when we're trying to find food to eat. So yeah, sorry, I just went all over the place right now. But in closing, people should not talk about bodies. It's not your business. If somebody gains a bunch of weight or loses a bunch of weight, stop. Because I also saw a thing about the actress that was on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, her little sister. Forget her name right now. And everybody was like, she looks sick. She must be sick. She's so skinny. Like, people were talking about her body. It's like, and she went, no, I'm just aging. I'm not a little fucking kid anymore. This is my body. I'm just, aging, and she doesn't have her baby fat. She's a fucking grown-ass woman. Oh, it's so frustrating. And I don't know if anybody else gets as frustrated as I do about people talking about weight, because like we're just stuck here. We're just stuck with these things and with these things about talking about weight. And it's just so frustrating, and it's nobody's business. And like, my weight issues come from childhood, and like, I've made amends with it, and I've forgiven them who talked about my weight. Like, because they were fucking put on this earth and told the same fucking thing about their weight because they were in the military, so they would make weight issue with me. So many words are coming out of my mouth. And I'm just going to have to let you go now because I'm going to have to figure out what to eat and downtown, and I don't really want to eat here because there's going to be trying to find parking. And I'm not even hungry, but I'm hungry. And it's just such a fucked up thing. Bodies suck. Women's bodies it's such a hard thing to navigate when it comes to like periods and food and just food, period. You know? That was funny. All right. Well, thank you for tuning in to Gordita on a mission. And, this mission is going to be going and I'll figure it out. And, I'm working on this health journey for myself. My body is for myself. There's a certain way that I want to feel and look, and I'm going to do that and take care of myself and be that way. And it's going to be for me, not anybody else. It's going to make me comfortable in my own body and all that good shit, So stop talking about people's bodies. Only worry about your own body and making it yours and being comfortable and safe in it. That's all that we need to do. And thank you for tuning in to Gordita on a mission. And we are on this mission. Join this mission with me and let's just be healthy. And that's all we need to do is be healthy and be good. Be good. Healthy and good. That's all that we are fucking looking for in this world. Thank you for tuning in to Gordita on a mission. Check me out on all the socials. My name is Tisa Beltran. And just check me out and let's go through this life in a happy, healthier manner. And the COVID's gone, but I'm feeling a little congested still. Let's take care of each other's and wear masks and be good when you're feeling sick. Thank you.